I moved to Lagos almost exactly 6 months ago. A lot of interesting things have happened over that last 6 months. At the same time, I'm not necessarily satisfied with where I am. And I was thinking a lot as to why I think that is. But one of the major things was that I felt like I didn't have an area of expertise. It's been taking me a while. I have decided that it's about time. It's right now I'm a bit too all over the place and I need to pick my area of expertise, develop expertise in that area. Then eventually, as time goes on, build my brand around that area such that I can become the go-to person in that particular space. What is good? Today is the 11th of February, 8:34 a.m. I haven't filmed like a vlog in a while. That's not true actually. I filmed one before today, but I didn't upload it for some reasons because I didn't feel it was good enough. So I'm filming another one today. Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a crazy day because the remote work program is launching next week, Monday. Today is Tuesday, and I'm currently in the process of trying to get to the last few candidates. We've done the applications, done the assessments, and now I have intro calls, basically calls with all of the people. There are 21 people that I have calls with, split between today and tomorrow. So my day is packed today. I'll show you my calendar once I get back to the office. It's usually like calls back to back to back to back, which is going to be stressful, going to be tiring, but I'm also pumped and excited at the same time. There's a lot of updates over the past couple of days. Yeah, my life is like just moving fast. There are so many things that have happened over the past couple of days that I'm going to give you, updates on. But right now, I'm about to head to the office. Basically, my day-to-day is intro calls, but first I have to figure out what exactly I'm going to. Somebody just passed by and I've opened my windows. It was scary. I have to figure out what exactly I'm going to talk about in the intro calls, what that's going to entail, then actually doing the intro calls. There's a lot of things that I need to figure out today. Today is busy, but I'll carry you along with me and show you exactly what that looks like today. Guys, when you're packing your bag, this right here is an essential. Very important. Morning. It is 9:53 a.m. 9:54 now actually. And I've been doing a bit of work on the intro calls, trying to think about, how it's going to be structured, what it's going to entail, all of that. And I've made a bit of progress. I'll show you what that looks like in a bit. But first of all, let me show you what my calendar even looks like for today. So this is what my calendar looks like for today. I have 10 calls booked for today, another 10 booked for tomorrow, then one more on Thursday. So my calendar is basically like super, super packed. But I'm excited. I want to see how the calls are going to do. I spent a bit of time trying to plan out and draft out the agenda for what the intro call is going to look like. I've sent it to my boss actually for feedback, so it might look a bit different from what it currently looks like right now, but I imagine that it's not going to be very different from what is on here right now. Time is 10:19 right now. My first call is by 11, like team-wide call, not intro call. I have my first intro call by 12, but I have a team-wide meeting, daily stand-up by 11 a.m. So I want to take a bit of time to just chill and relax before that starts, because I know once it starts, my day is just going to be back to back to back. And I'm currently reading a book called The 2-Hour Job Search. So what I'm trying to do now is, I'm going to give you a bit more context about this later on, but I'm trying to build expertise. Is the mic on? Okay. I'm trying to build expertise around this whole remote job thing. I have another channel that I just started, and the first video I did on that channel was basically talking about this in depth. I'll leave a link to it in the description somewhere. The title of the channel is Eyitemi Unfiltered. I basically just rant on there. I just yap. I talk about things that are going on in real time, how I'm feeling about different things in real time. But I'm basically trying to build expertise in this whole remote work thing. And I'm reading this book. I've been reading it for a bit now. Haven't gone too far though. Typically, I would be reading it on the Kindle, like on here. But I'm trying to take it a bit more seriously. I want to get a notebook for it. I forgot the notebook at home, unfortunately. So I'm trying to read it on my laptop now on Kindle. I'm on page 44 out of 247. So I still have a really long way to go. 20% in to the book. That's basically what I'm going to be doing till daily stand-up, just catching up on the book and reading the book. And then also my food is going to get delivered, so hopefully get my food and eat before the first meeting.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm doing very, very well. I'm really happy to be speaking with you. I watched your
That's
video yesterday. I still watched it again today. I thought it was really nice. And that was why I decided to move to the next stage and do like the intro call. So to give you a bit of context, to start off with, my name is Eyitemi. I'm sure you might have seen like my video in the initial one pager that we sent. I'm the one that has been
Yeah.
sending the emails back and forth up until now, and I'm leading the remote work program essentially. Time is 1:56. It's been an hour and a half since I had my last call. I have my next call in 4 minutes. And I've basically been taking some time to like put together different things that we're going to be using for the program. But first, before I show you that, let me show you what my setup here looks like. I have my main screen. This is usually where like I'll put the person's face and I'm talking directly to the person. And over here, I have the notes that I'm taking with the assessments, right? And then the notes that I'm taking from the call. I also have the agenda for the intro call here. So I'm like looking through the things I need to ask also. And then basically writing notes from here. And then after that, I'm going to score the person. And yeah, I have the person here and then I'm taking notes over here. In Nigeria, living in Nigeria, but they've been able to get remote jobs outside of the country. We spoke to a bunch of people. Then we also spoke to founders in the US, right? And asked them what they would need to see to hire people from Nigeria to kind of get both perspectives of the situation.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Temitope. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, how are you doing? How's your day been so far? I just finished up with my calls. It is 8:56 p.m. I wrapped up the last call like 5-10 minutes ago, and I remembered I said I was going to give a bit of context into what I'm currently thinking about and how I'm thinking about everything right now and this whole excitement about niching down and all of that. So to give a brief version of the story, right, I actually filmed a more in-depth video. It's like 27 minutes on my second channel, where I was just ranting about this. On that channel, I'm basically just ranting. It's like a play channel. It's titled Eyitemi Unfiltered, in case you want to check it out. I moved to Lagos almost exactly 6 months ago, August 10th, 11th, thereabout. And I was doing an audit on the last 6 months and what the results have been from the last 6 months, how the last 6 months have been for me. A lot of interesting things have happened over that last 6 months. A lot of things that I didn't think would happen have happened. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily satisfied with where I am. I don't feel satisfied with where I am. I don't think I'm seeing the type of results that I genuinely want to see. And I was thinking a lot as to why I think that is, because I felt like I was putting in a lot of effort, but a lot of that effort was like scattered into different directions. And I was asking myself, what the problem was. There were a couple of things, and I'm not going to get too in depth like into all of that because, like I said, I already made a longer video about that. I don't want to repeat myself here. But one of the major things was that I felt like I didn't have an area of expertise, right? I felt like I'm more of a generalist, at least as of right now, which is I'm good at like different things. And if you watch the video that I did a while back, which is Finding Clarity, a long rant, a lot of the things that I'm saying now, I spoke about it in that video, which is that I wasn't sure where to take things, the productivity side or the self-development thing, or, this remote work program thing, or branding and, creating an online presence, all of that. I feel like I have decent competencies at like different things, but I don't have my core area of expertise. And when I look at people that are doing really well for themselves, there's two people in particular. I don't want to do free promotion, but one of them is like I really respect Bolu Okwade and Oma. I don't know how to pronounce her name. But these are two people that I saw in university. They went to the same university as I did, Covenant University. And almost immediately after graduating, they literally just like, boom, took off and started doing really interesting things in their respective fields. But the thing that they both have that is common, at least one of the things that is common to them, is an area of expertise. Bolu has basically niched down into the finance space, and Oma has niched down into the LinkedIn. She's like the LinkedIn person. She calls herself the LinkedIn queen, which is interesting. But that's her area of expertise. And then Bolu is like finance. So he's the finance guy, has offers around finance, has the real estate thing, has mentorship programs, runs events around that, business strategy, and Oma does consulting, and has a program, all of that. But they both have their areas of expertise, and I feel like very strongly that is the thing that is missing for me in this playbook, if you will. Now, don't mistake it as like me comparing myself to other people. It's really not that, at least not really. The summary is that I have decided that it's about time. Like, it's high time I niche down and figured out where I want to build my expertise, like where I want to, what area, what problem space I want to be really good at, such that everybody knows that Eyitemi is the X guy. Eyitemi is the guy that does this. Right now, I'm a bit too all over the place, and I need to pick my area of expertise, develop expertise in that area. Then eventually, as time goes on, build my brand around that area, such that I can, become the go-to person in that particular space. And for a long time, I've hesitated to make that decision because I wasn't sure of what area exactly I wanted to select. And right now, I have decided, or at least a couple of days ago on Sunday to be specific, I was doing a bit of journaling. I was talking to ChatGPT, trying to figure out all of these things. And I've decided that, this whole remote job thing that I'm doing right now, and that I've been doing with work. I've been doing it, it's been calm, but I haven't necessarily owned it. I haven't necessarily owned it as like my area and my thing that I know that I want to become good at and build expertise in. And I think that's the decision. That's the thing that's changing now is right now we're running this second cohort. I've spoken to a couple of people. I've been having calls today, and I feel like, yes, I definitely would love to be able to build expertise around this problem, be the go-to guy for like helping young professionals get international high-paying remote jobs, at least to start with. And by starting with that, trying to develop expertise with that, over time, things will start to like fall in line and move forward from there. But I think that is the area that I want to niche down. It took me forever to get to this point, which is kind of pissing me off, and why I said I'm not necessarily happy with where I am. But yeah, I understand you shouldn't put too much pressure on yourself, all of that, but I'm just being real, right? So yeah, that is the decision that I'm making. The first 6 months have been okay. I've gotten decent results. This channel has grown to wherever it is at right now. Have an amazing audience of people. We're able to run the first cohort of the remote work program. I gained some form of independence, living on my own. But I feel like I can do better. And this next phase, this next 6 months is building expertise and like putting on blinders and narrowing down into building expertise in this thing. And there's no other, method for doing that than this second cohort that's about to launch. It's looking like we'll get like 12 people in this cohort. It's ideally supposed to be 8, but there's so many interesting people that I've spoken to today already. I'm like, definitely, I want to work with you. So that is most likely what I'm going to be dedicating my energy and my time to over this next 6 months, just building expertise in this area and becoming very knowledgeable about this. I'm going to be talking, maybe over time, more likely on the second channel than on this channel, because second channel, I don't have to think about vlogs. I just pick up the camera and talk and then upload. I have to think of like a learning plan, a reading plan. I'm currently reading the book I showed you earlier, 2 Hour Job Search. There's a lot more books I'm going to be reading. I want to get like a physical hard copy book where I'm actually studying, divide my days into 3 and all of that. I'll be documenting all of that on the second channel most likely. And on this channel too, maybe once in a week, once in 2 weeks actually. That's more like once in 2 weeks thereabout. So yeah, that's currently where my headspace is at and what I'm looking to do over the next 6 months. I want to have that security of having expertise in something. Maybe it definitely is. All of this is definitely coming from a place of insecurity, which is that I don't feel secure that I have my own thing and my own problem space that I'm an expert at. And I think, by the time I'm turning 21, which is June this year, 6 months is actually ideally July, but let's say June. By the time I'm turning 21, I want to turn 21 with that confidence and security that, yes, I have my area of expertise in a particular problem space. And I don't just have my area of expertise, but I have results to back it up from this new program that we're running. So yeah, that's basically how I'm thinking about everything now. I'm super excited, super pumped. It feels good. I'm working, but it doesn't feel like, I won't say it doesn't feel like work, but like I'm not complaining. I'm enjoying it for the most part. Having spoken to a lot of people, this segment is getting way too long right now, so I need to cut it short here. I'll continue this whole rant and documenting the process on the second channel. That is like a play channel. I just talk and do whatever it is I want to do there. But yeah, I'll see you in the next vlog, I guess. Peace. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye bye.